Currently 1-0 as far as the BO3 is concerned, 1-0 in favour of Envy, in case anyone was wondering. This is in fact NIP's second BO3 for the day. They lost the first BO3 2-1 up against Hellraisers, but here we go, 2 CTs. And the second I say that, Delpan rotates away. NIP playing pretty mid-heavy. One of them pretty heavy tag. Someone on short spotted, and that someone was Forest. We've also got Delpan with heavy tag. Get right pushes B with his dualies and gets a frag.
Those Swedish colours are why he rocks that skin. He absolutely loves those. And finally gets a frag with them as well. 4 versus 4. You saw Exist getting caught trying to jump out of the window into underpass there, so that CT tactic was exposed. Very nice pop flash there from Freiburg, and nice tap as well. NBK with the trade will give them the A bomb site. Only Exist now coming from Connector to try and defend. He will get shot in the back of the head from Shoxy. Now, this will be interesting. Get right. Let's see if he's mastered his dualies yet. There's the first frag on Shoxy. Lots of bullets in the chamber as well. But a nade and a one-tap onto Delpan will clean things up here for the NV side. Kishima going to pick up. He's going to steal those dualies from Get Right.
Yep, Get Right. I mean, MBK finishing the round off in style. Smiths and MBK going for the Pro 90. Ooh, you don't like the look of that, do you, James?
Double P90. I love the stuff that NV come up with. We've seen them do 4 scouts before. Now we've got double Pro 90, double and double P90. This is going to be absolute carnage.
Yep, and Kiyoshima needs to be careful not to lose that AK. As a matter of fact, all of Envy need to be careful not to lose any of these submachine guns, but Forest is holding the corner with the 5-7, gets done in the face by Shox's and the bomb will go down.
Okay, so 3 versus 4. Well, 3 versus 5 until Get Right managed to find a frag with the scout. Now, Exist has armor. You have to wonder if they will try and save this. 3 of these players, though, are quite heavily tagged. Happy coming in with the flank. Get Right hears him, but versus Scout. Is going to win. Exist goes down as well, only down to Freiburg. All he has is a Scout. He doesn't have any armor, so he could just go all in here, and he will try, and he will not score as Envy survive with 4 players. So we're going to see a continuation of at least 1 P90.
We will indeed, unless Smith stops to buy another one, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does, because it worked relatively well for them, but I doubt he is going to go for the P90. They know that NIP bought up armor on the last round. They know that they're going to be just on P2000s and USPs this round, and we have a 5-man stack on the A bomb site. Meanwhile, Envy look slightly more inclined to go short to B, especially based on that smoke towards Connector.
Okay, let's see. Oh, they're going to go away. They're going to go into the honey trap. NBK, though, with the first frag. And the third one as well. Shoxy getting the second onto Freiburg. So, despite going into the wrong side, it hasn't gone completely terrible for them. Happy, can he find that frag? He's on 83. Forrest on 31. NBK falls down, and the nade will finish things off. So, Envy lose a bunch of guns they didn't care about anyway. Have to spend an extra $1,000 on some armor. MBK can buy an AWP, should he want to. So can Kiyoshima to throw over to Smiths. Let's have a look indeed. NBK does drop the AWP for Smiths. Delpan is going to be playing in CPL as well. And he finds the frag onto Smiths through the wall as well. Very, very nice start there for the Swedish side.
I mean, this game is Ninjas in Pyjamas versus Team Envy, but be it on Dust 2 or Mirage, they're 2 quite mid-heavy maps, and it's not just NIP versus Team Envy, it's also Delpan versus Smiths, and it's a very, very close battle so far. Get Right, holding the back of the B bomb site, whilst Forest sits in her house on short.
One thing we need to pay attention to here is how the CT teams on both halves keep control of Connector, and how the T's contest it and the general mid area. You can see Shox and Freiburg currently fighting over that Connector area while they have a potential flank in NBK from A slope, but he gets taken out by Exist. Get Right with perfect timing there, shooting through the smoke to take down Happy, makes it 5 versus 2.
5 versus 2, Delpan all eyes on Connector, where he's going to have Kiyoshima to contest with, but it doesn't matter. Forest will come from behind, and Freiburg will finish off the job. 3-1 the score in favour of Team Envy. The Ninjas in Pyjamas finally getting their first on the board, and let's see whether they can build on this momentum.
Not losing anybody in that round is huge, but Delpan splashes out a lot of money, so he's still left with $700 despite surviving the previous round. Does have his AWP once again. He's going to be peeking mid, but it is going to be a train. We've got the force buy coming in from Envy. They don't want Ninja Pyjamas to be rich after this round. Lots of nades coming in. Even I don't know what's going on right now. There are so many flashbangs. Getting right behind a very wallbangable wall, but Kiyashima will just shoot him straight in the head instead. Freiberg, he's seen one. Doesn't want to overextend and find him the frag there. Gets it anyway. Bomb is down as well, which he'll communicate to his team. 3 versus 2. Only Kiyashima remaining now. He does have an AK, however. Could turn this around, but he's got too many angles to hold and protect himself from. Tries to go for a reload. Gets shot in the back. And that's going to be a reasonable round for NIP there, after a very aggressive push towards B from Team Envy.
Yeah, it was indeed, and for one moment it looked like it was actually going to catch the Swedes out, but it hasn't, and to no surprise, we've got only Shox who's bought armor along with the Tech 9, whilst the rest of the Frenchies opting to just buy up pistols, and again, James, they're all going towards this B bomb site, so are they going to push it yet again? Maybe they just want to get these kills over and done with, or they just want to try their hot luck again. Okay,
so they are charging, but what will their charge be for? Do their Rhinos have any horns? Not yet, they don't. Get right with the first bag onto NBK, but Shoxy eventually gets the follow-up. Delpan with 2 frags for the price of 1. Only 2 players remaining. I don't think the bomb's going to go down in this round. It's on the floor behind bench at the moment. Kiyashima gets taken out happy. Look at the damage, actually. Ninjas in Pyjamas surviving with 2 players. Again, this carnage is expensive for NIP. They save the AWP for another round, however.
Yep, Delpan there going big with 4 kills. Granted, it was only up against an eco, but this is where Envy really need to flex their muscles alongside NIP. Envy with a 5-man AK setup, opting not to give an AWP to Smiths because obviously they can't really afford it. So 3 players for NIP going towards B bomb site, as well as sending Get Right underground.
Get Right, no fear. He re-peeks twice, gets a tap. That was some kind of crazy robotic tap onto Smiths, but Kiyashima with the trade makes it 4 versus 4. Bomb is hiding out around T-slope. Look at the importance as well of denying the CT's vision of the bomb. They have no idea which site to put extra people on. So bear that in mind when you're running around trying to get engagements on your opposition, that you do not reveal the location of the bomb for no reason.
Freiberg towards connector. He knows that could be someone lurking in and around the underground area, and that someone is going to be Kiyashima. Envy going to be pushing this A bomb site from all sorts of different angles, giving NIP a lot of questions to try and answer, but it is going to be the Frenchman to land the headshot onto Freiberg. Exist returns something. Oh, 2 from Exist, but Shock's there to finish off the job. And now Forrest, last man standing for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. And we've seen him clutch 2v1s before. We've seen him clutch even more difficult situations than that before.
Look at that flashbang through the crawl space has distracted Kiyashima. This could allow Forrest to get the 1 versus 1. However, that sound cue jumping up will give Shoxy the information they need. And again, they've gone for that short plant that I showed you earlier. So even if Shoxy had gone down there, Kiyashima would have been able to exploit the positioning of the bomb against Forrest, but it wasn't needed after all, and Envy bring it to 4-3.
Yep, that flash proving to be a distraction, but not for too long because, like you said, Forrest made that jump and unfortunately gave away his position. So MBK going for the P90 again. Maybe this is some sort of new Team MV Mirage T-side strat where they love the P90s. But when they do rush the B bomb sites, the P90 is genuinely perfect.
Oh, and Rush they will. And Get Right is in the right place at the right time with the right gun. But Fire has other ideas and he will get burned to a crisp. Forrest with 2 frags there, which will slowly advance and allow his teammates to rotate. They've got a man advantage here. And the bomb is on the floor. There is lots of time, though, for Envy to play with, but the longer they take, the closer the CTs will be, the better positions they will have. Now it's a 3 versus 1, with Kiyashima having it all to do. He tanks. Look at the HP on these remaining players. This is entirely doable. He's got a minute to play with. He needs to find out where these players are, but Exist 22 HP, Delpan 25. Kiyashima could win this round.
He very well could do. I'm not sure if Delpan spotted him through the window. Kiyashima, does he have the bomb? Not yet. He doesn't want them to hear him pick it up, but Delpan 1 step ahead of Kiyashima there. Great frag with the AWP to level things up at 4-4. And realistically on the T side of Mirage, how many rounds do you think Envy should really be looking for?
worst case scenario, I think they want 5 or 6 rounds. But it's Team Envy, so they want every single round.
Of course.
Delpan with reflex actions like a snake with that AWP, really showing his worth here. Keeping Makalele on his toes, that's for sure. Push coming into the A site now. Exist trying to hold with only 2 HP. He will fall. Trade frags coming in from the CTs. Flash coming in though. Happy manages to finally connect with Freiburg. And just didn't get the reload out in time to take out Get Right as well. He was close enough for the one tap. Didn't happen though. And it's 2 versus 3. Make that 2 versus 2. Forest goes down. CT is in control of the T's now as the 2 remaining players for NIP go for the retake.
We'll certainly do, and both Team Envy players playing from CT spawn. There is the nade lob, there is the smoke as well, so someone could start defusing, and the other one could watch his teammates back. Delpan fakes the defuse, but that bomb is ticking. Shots with 1, shots with 2. And Team Envy back in the lead here on D Mirage. 5 for the score. And the Ninjas in Pyjamas, we saw them eco a heck of a lot on DDoS 2. And they're ecoing again here on Mirage, on the more favoured side as well.
That fake was really curious because I don't think they really had time to fake, kill 2 people, and then defuse the bomb.
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised when he let go of it.
Yeah. Okay, so early aggression here from the ecoing side, and NBK has positioned himself for it with 2 good frags there. Again, so far so good for the NV side in this anti-eco. A site has been completely cleared out. Got 1 player on jungle. That is Forest. Gets killed while he's running away, reloading, and all of a sudden, Get Right is in a lonely place. A lonely place indeed. And that was really good positioning by NBK in Palace, which is, I don't know, if you weren't sure where to position yourself in Palace when you're expecting an eco from the opposing force, now you have an example.
Look at this, Get Right expecting someone to be coming round the back, and that someone is Shoxy. Get Right spots him, doesn't pull the trigger, he's actually going to sneak up behind him, but no, here's Kiyoshima coming from the other direction. Kiyoshima won't expect him to be there, because Shoxy had actually cleared it without spotting Get Right. But Kiyoshima with the frag, preventing Get Right from saving that P250. And money's still tight here for Forest and Delpan and Exist. Yep, they're eco again, or at least buying just pistols.
The reason Get Right didn't take he didn't take the shot there is because he's positioned himself so he can see people running into crawl space, but also if somebody comes into jungle, he can get a one-shot on them, which is why he didn't go for that first frag, because he wants someone closer so he can kill them with 1 bullet and then try and pick up a weapon.
Pistols obviously dealing a heck of a load more damage up close and personal than from long distance. And talking about pistols being up close and personal, Poor Exist is surrounded. Shox is going to crab walk in. See you later, Exist, as Freiburg and co start rotating over towards this A-bomb site. The rotation a bit too slow maybe from NIP. They're all going to come through CT spawn. Smith's in the right place at the right time to drop the incoming Freiburg. And the bomb should go down anytime soon. There it is.
Okay, look at the positioning to the left of Shoxy. He gets the frag anyway, and the second one. Again, these anti-eco rounds are going really, really well for Team Envy, not dropping any players whatsoever. Again, Mirage is a big, nice open map. Not as many corners as, say, Inferno, so the CTs have less options, less opportunities to get close. Can be Molotovs out of the shadow space, for example, from the Palace. And you saw NBK's positioning on the second last eco round from NIP, where he put a distance between him and the remaining players in Palace as well. So can still find those ranges on this map in various different places. Freiburg going for a pop flash into mid there, but he does get smoked off. Delpan playing on the A side instead of mid, trying to mix things up so they're unpredictable here. Lots of presence over towards the A bomb site with only Happy in mid, looking over to his flank at the moment. You can see him that he's looking behind him. So he's going to be looking to try and kill rotators as this push comes into the A site.
Very tough from Delpan because he was trying to watch 2 places at once, but there's the headshot onto MBK. Great shot from Delpan. You can see why NIP are considering picking him up, and now Team Envy thinking twice before executing onto this larger bomb site, but out come the smokes. It seems like they are going to dedicate here, but Freiburg is there. Forest is lurking on short, and this should be an easy round for the Swedes.
So you see Happy was looking for the rotators there, but in fact, he just got absolutely wrecked. You can see Happy was looking for the rotation there from the CTs, but it was in fact Forest taking down Happy. The flank of the flank was real. And NIP bring it to 5-7 Once again, we've seen, the last map was very close between these two teams. Now we're seeing the same thing again. Not much between them. Trades backwards and forwards, but we're into a buy round for both teams once again. Smith's going to be looking for Delpan. Delpan standing up, though. Even if Smith got the shot off, he would have probably legged Delpan. Delpan would have got the kill anyway. In fact, maybe he did. I'm not sure if Delpan got shot by Smith or by the follow-up players, because he's on 34 HP. Forrest getting the angle on the Delpan angle, in fact. And all of a sudden, only 2 players here for Team Envy. Happy is over towards the B bomb site. His location is known. He's getting sprayed by GetRight. And NBK gets taken out by Delpan. Delpan doing great work so far. 11 and 7. Top fragging for the NIP side. I'm sure the fans will be happy with that. Shox is still playing to near the top of his game at the moment. 14 and 8. And it's only good for a 1-round lead at the moment.
Yeah, but the experience that Delpan brings to the table probably helped him get that frag against Smith using the element of surprise. But look at this, NBK, he's missed, yep, he's missed. And this could affect how Team Envy, I mean, if they've called, for example, to push mid or to go straight towards short, thinking that mid's going to be smoked, they could pay the price, but Delpan also fluffs his lines as Forrest gets a frag.
Yeah, so you saw the bait come over. He went to follow the bait at first. And he was like, hold on, this is a bait. Looked to his left and went back to his right. Bit of indecision there. Didn't find any player. Freiberg just, he's throwing missiles at NBK right now.
Missiles indeed. He's on top of these steps. 3 versus 5. Happy just playing patiently. He knows that GetRight always plays from that area on the back of the B bomb site. Boosted himself up on the chairs. And he's now got his comrade in battle in Smith to keep an eye on that location. But Forrest, he again will get another frag off short.
Look at that aim. These guys are all top of their game at the moment. Again, with Forrest, I mean, NIP have had 3 maps to warm up against Team Envy. Make it 4 now. We are on to Mirage. So they're looking pretty damn sharp at the moment. Smith's not doing too bad himself. Trade frag coming in, though, and GetRight will finish things off there. And the angle Happy was holding in B apps, trying to find GetRight. Basically, to the left of the van, if you're facing it from Happy's point of view, there's a barrel there where the CTs quite often jump up to peek apps. So he's basically pre-aiming, so if they jump up, he can just shoot them in the face for free. Into the final round of the first half, and again, still nothing between these two teams. 7-7 as Envy are charging onto the site. Smith with a frag on to exist. That is huge. This defense is going to be difficult. There's a first frag, but trades coming in for both teams. And it's a 4 versus 3 in advantage of Team Envy.
Yep, they kept it simple. They rushed straight out of ramp, wasting no time. Even before NIP could get their defensive smoke down. And Team Envy, we know how good they are individually as aimers, but GetRight is looking to punish them. NBK beats GetRight at his own job by lurking him. And now the CT is hungry to defuse this bomb, but they've got a Molotov in front of them.
And it is 1 versus 3. Delpan can't get all of them. Too many angles to defend from with absolutely no cover. And the final round of the first half will go in favor of Team Envy, giving them a very slight advantage as we go into the second half, bearing in mind they are 1 game up. There's no pressure on their shoulders just yet, and it's all down to NIP to do. Again, Delpan and GetRight matching him there, top fragging for the Swedish side. Meanwhile, Shox is still leading the proceedings here for the French team, with Kirishima not far behind.
I think Forrest did a good job at times on short, always taking Shox and Kirishima when they walked down to connector by surprise.
Yeah, he stayed there late enough to stop the flanks from Envy, so that's good control of connector. And we did say to pay attention to how both teams play connector, and that was definitely part of it from NIP side. Now it's Envy's turn to defend connector and the A-bomb site, and NIP will be the aggressors, although Envy are always capable of being the aggressors even when they're on the CT defending side. They just don't give a damn.
Smith's holding mid here. The smoke is going to go down inside window room, and we quickly see Smith changing his position, but Delpan has actually spotted a CT in connector. Team Envy realizing this and quickly changing their positions around, but Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to waste absolutely no time to wrap around this B bomb site. One of them's going to clear whole house, but there is someone on short. Freiberg will drop him. That someone was NBK, but Smiths is waiting. Smiths is ready, steady to go. He gets 2 frags. He's going to be in search of the 3rd, but Shoxy comes in to help, and down goes the final NIP player. 9-7 in favor of Team Envy, and I think that's 2 pistol rounds Team Envy have put on the board now.
It may well be, Kai Knight, and that is a 2-round lead for them, and a very important round as they are on the CT side, the more expensive side. It's an important round for them, and will, you know, again, NIP though are forcing up, and they've got a Tech 9 train of their own. Let's see if they can repeat what was done to them, at least in parts by Team Envy. They cause a hell of a lot of damage, and we'll have to see how quickly NBK can spot what's going on here. He has spotted one player. That's going to be a timing jump there with the Mag 7. There's one frag. There's two frags. Can't get the third one. Delpan standing on his head. We'll take him out, and it's going to be 2 versus 3. We've got the retake here from the CTs. Now Delpan's in control of the Mag 7. Not quite an AWP, but can still do a hell of a lot of damage. 2 versus 1 now. Delpan Mag 7 versus Shox and Kiyoshima. Won't be enough as the rifles will finally prevail.
Most certainly do. It was very, very well played from MBK there with the Mag 7. The second kill was an awesome one in mid-air, but it goes to show how much of a crucial player MBK is for Team Envy. Whilst Ninjas in Pyjamas, they took the gamble. They tried to repeat what Envy did to them, like you said, James, and they failed to do so, and now they have to eco.
Eco they will, and the Tech 9 train could be real again. Looks like they might be going for the contact play this time, where they just try and sneak until they are spotted by the CTs, and then the run is on. They've been spotted, Freiberg is down, now they start to charge towards the site. How many can Happy spray down? That is the question. He's currently blocked by a smoke. NBK though coming in to help, and Happy's going to stop that plant.
Wow.
All going to be completely cleaned up. Nobody lost here for Team Envy. Smith's running around with a USP, and I think we're going to see that all.
Yeah, there it is. Delpan was pretty much winning the battle as the CT up against Smiths, but of course, when you are a CT, I think it's safe to say you have that positional advantage because you're not the one who's strafing to the left. You can play more of a static position. So let's see whether Smiths can capitalize on that.
Ooh, that early peak from Delpan on A slope has left Shox with 71 HP, so could have been a hell of a lot worse. He saw Shox jumping past the angle he knew Delpan might be at. If he has the right spawn, he can get there in time to get a shot off, but again, it will be the leg. Freiberg jumping into CPL here. NBK, though, seems to be looking for it, but he will not win that duel. And Shoxy will get the trade, but with all of 2 HP being tagged by 2 players now, but he's still alive. Bomb is rotating over towards the A bomb site as we have Get Right in Palace, and mid and Connector is more or less in control of the Swedish side.
Yes, it is, and they could easily execute together. As long as they do it as a unit towards the A bomb site here, they need someone coming in from every entrance. Forest knows that there's no one standing on steps, and that'll most certainly help Get Right, whilst Delpan stays all eyes on mid with the bomb on A ramp. So here we go. The execution comes in, and Forest captures a glimpse of Kiyoshima. 1 AK, Scream style from Forest. But who am I comparing Forest to Scream? Forest, what a legend in Counter-Strike 1.6, but Happy hasn't done too badly for himself either. Manages to put Shox, manages to put Existory on only 14 points of health. Smiths is spotted, Smiths gets one, but Delpan returns the frag. That fight between the two yet again. And now Shox has it all to do with only 2 HP.
Yeah, but this is Shox after all, and he is playing excellently, so he could potentially get some headshots here. I'm not sure why he's facing the wall right now. This looks kind of weird.
Oh.
I'm not even... I don't even know what to say. I think he was looking away from a flashbang or something, but... Ooh, Delpan gets it on the second attempt, so a bit peculiar, but... there we go, Delpan, only surviving member for NIP. And again, we cannot stop spouting about Connector, and you could see the importance of it there. Forest's control of Connector. You can see he was hiding from short by standing next to that wall as well. And when the push started to come in from Palace, when the CTs were distracted, he quickly hopped around Connector, away from the dangerous angle with short into the jungle area. And it did go into NIP's favor in the end. You can see they've gone to smoke off short instead of mid, and that's caused NBK to go into ladder room while they tried to get a fast pick. Look at the presence. Looks like they were trying to stretch out the short player away from the site and then try and push the site with the numbers. However, the smoke here has stopped that from happening, but you saw the idea there, and it was a very nice idea from NIP.
Most certainly was, and that's why they are one of the best teams in the world. Both these teams, arguably 2 of the best teams in the world. We learn something new every time we watch them as Smiths. We can see MBK there to his left. What James was talking about, Smiths has been spotted and he is going to fall away. But look at how aggressive Happy is here. He's pretty much cleared the B side unless he goes down, and he doesn't. And is that the bomb?
That is the bomb indeed. NBK gets taken out though, so Happy does fall as well. So look how stretched the CTs are. Look at the rotation from Shox as well. Exists waiting for that rotation. He is stopping the flank just like Forrest did on the previous map. Delpan having none of it from Smiths. And it's down to Kiyashima versus 4 with an also sniper. Oh, this is a difficult position for him. The flank is real as well. You can see Exist is ready and waiting there. But he's going to be the victor. So 1 versus 3. He's going to try and leg it, maybe to Palace. Look at that. Look at that. They are charging towards him. Delpan spotted him already, which means that the T's can continue to advance. Delpan is rotating preemptively over towards T-spawn as well. Freiburg not going to find the frag. And now Kishima doesn't know what is safe and what isn't safe. He's trying to pre-fire no-scope with an auto sniper. This is a lot of fun. Oh, and he's found it as well.
Oh, yeah, Kiyashima, 4 man.
He's ruined all of them. Actually, the auto snipers are really good for no-scoping with.
They are.
They are indeed.
A lot more accurate.
You can even no-scope on short with if you're against bad players. If you're against good ones, then you should really be using the scope. But that is completely irrelevant here. So NIP going to be forced to rifles only. Delpan has been so strong with that ult, but it's been taken out of his hands. You can see he's 17 and 12 now for NIP. So really racking up that body count here for NIP. You can see they're waiting for any potential aggression, which EnVy are more than capable of. We've got 3 players as well ready to defend the push, and they're slowly going to start to emerge up short. Looks like a B split play as the bomb is in the apps area. Delpan trying to spray through the smoke, and it's going to be Get Right and Exist trying to push the apps. NBK has been whack-a-moled. And that's going to be the B side in control of the T's.
Yeah, bomb going to go down. MBK trying to get some mid-air Mag 7 kills, but unfortunately failed to succeed. And now all Team EnVy are going to do, obviously Kiyashima's going to try and save that very expensive auto sniper, and the rest of the lads with the pistols are going to try and get an exit frag, and maybe if they're lucky pick up an AK-47.
Okay. Interesting times here on Mirage, the second map of this best of 3. Again, it is one game in favor of EnVy now, and NIP 2 rounds behind, but they're going to make it 1. Oh, that CZ. Oh. 3 frags of 1 clip on a CZ. Happy as a human being should just be illegal. This is ridiculous.
Happy is phenomenal with the CZ.
Their whole team are.
Yeah,
Their whole team are.
I mean, what do they call them? LDCZ? What do they call them?
That's what they were. Now it's going to be Team EnVy, our CZ play, I suppose.
Team NCZ or something, yeah.
Well, that auto sniper still rolling with Kiyashima here. And despite losing 2 rounds in a row, colossal damage has been done to the NIP side. Once again, they are without the AWP. And we've seen how important that can be. But we'll have to pay attention to the rifling work of Delpan. Yeah, Right's got to be careful here. He has fallen to the auto sniper. The numbers were too insurmountable there, and they have lost a player. But look at the damage he's done. Smith's 18 HP, Kiyashima 11. He must know that he's done significant damage to both of those players. That said, there is nobody around A slope or Palace for the T side following that exchange. Going to be loitering over towards B with Freiburg. Oh wow, this flank! How has this happened? This is really, really bad. He's got the info as to where NBK is, and he's just going to play with it. The frag has come in. Happy's like, what? He's like, Sequasa? He's still holding the site. He's got 2 frags. Doesn't get the third one. 2 versus 3 retake. Again, 2 players heavily damaged here for EnVy.
Yeah, timing was a little bit off by NIP. I feel like they could have potentially done a bit better in that scenario, but Forrest should be able to drop Shox. Does so, gives Shox a taste of his own medicine. And again, it's these 2 players who are left standing, James, on very, very low HP.
Yeah, and a retake with an auto sniper, not an ideal situation.
Not at all.
So he could try and hold an angle onto short as well to stop the exit, but with 11 HP, it's really not worth it. So there's 2 CTs going to save, and we're going to find ourselves at 11-11. C'est parti, as the French would say.
I don't know much French.
Everybody in my family is fluent in French, apart from me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gold Nova 2 at French.
I guess that'll make me a silver 1 at French.
Absolutely.
Or maybe unranked at French.
Unranked, yeah.
Yeah.
You're that weird account where you probably get backbanned after a few days.
Yeah, the equivalent of hacks is using a dictionary or something, or Google Translate.
Okay, so Delpan back in mid with the AWP. No challenge just yet. We have the force buy here for Team Envy. Again, they just can't seem to extinguish the fire from that auto sniper. Kishima's still running around with it. NBK, though, with only a Mag 7. I expect he's going to be doing Super Mario Brothers once again. Indeed, he will. No Flower's going to come out and eat him just yet.
None whatsoever. 3 NIP players just toying at mid. In fact, stood at Delpan at the moment, ironically. Whilst Happy has been forced back into ladder room. Freiburg in and around that area. Smiths will get spotted. In fact, Smiths will spot Delpan first. And it's man advantage in favour of the French team. But look at this. Both Forest and Freiburg zoomed in on Smiths' location. Smiths with the double. The Swedes return the frag. Yet still find themselves a man down, and out comes Happy.
Yeah, Smith did fantastic work for his side there, and these could be the frags that give him the lead. NBK with the shenanigans, and Shoxy will follow up on Get Right for a really strong round there from Team Envy. NBK doesn't manage to pick up the AK, but they survived with, I think, 4 players alive. And that puts them 1 round up. It's going to force NIP into a difficult position where it would make sense if they just went for an eco. Delpan's only got 1850 in the bank. Freiburg, though, with 3400 and Get Right with 33, means that an AWP next round is very likely indeed. And you've seen how they've suffered without the AWP on Delpan.
They certainly have. And wow, Smiths is definitely going to work here with that M4 up against the ecoing ninjas. Happy's gone very aggressive with that AWP. Kirishima giving him a taste of his own medicine with that auto sniper as well. And down goes Forest. 13-11. And let's see whether Delpan's going to pick up the AWP again.
That was a good angle on short by Happy. Not getting too greedy and looking to his left, because if he's only holding the angle to the right of those boxes, if somebody comes up close, he's still got the angle to shoot them without even adjusting his crosshair as well. So, very important note. And
money's a lot tighter than I thought for NIP.
Yeah, I guess the round loss bonus was not as spectacular as we thought it, well, as we hoped for.
There's a smoke for CT.
They really need to pick up an AWP from Envy if they win the round. As you can see, they're trying to flush out the shadow area, and Forest is in a perfect position to kill these flanks. Such an important part of NIP's play, killing these flanks. And it really does swap the change around for them. Delpan has no cover to plant the bomb. He's got to plant it for short. Use the smokes. Indeed, that's exactly what he's going to do. There is, however, 1 player in connector that's Happy. Can he get the frag in time? Yes, he can. Oh dear, this is all falling apart for NIP. If they could have got that bomb plant, it could have been so different. But 2 rifles versus an AWP and a Mag 7. They are still in this. 45 seconds left on the clock, though. It still could be done. No nades remaining for NIP. There is a smoke on Happy, but there's no reason for him to be throwing that anytime soon. Now he has the angle across site, which is going to be very, very difficult. NIP need to find NBK, but there's no reason for him to peek because Happy had the angle across the site, so NBK didn't need to peek because he would have known if someone was coming. He peeked, he lost to the rifle. He peeked with a Mag 7. Now it's going to be 2 versus 1. Happy in connector. 17 seconds, he misses the shot. The bomb is in control of NIP. They can plant it on the other side now. The frag comes in. They're going to get the AWP as well, finally, for Delpan. This is such an important round for NIP. It keeps them in the game. They've got the gun they needed. Now it needs to go to work.
Big, massive mistake from MBK, particularly with someone with his experience. You wouldn't expect him to make a mistake like that. Maybe there was an issue communication-wise, but there was only 10-15 seconds on the clock. But here we go. Fortunately, if you're a Team Envy fan, they can still afford to buy. Delpan making his way in towards house with that AWP, but he has been smoked out. And meanwhile, it's Shox versus Exist here in and around A-ramp. Shox gets a headshot. Get Right is still lurking in and around that area.
That's vision of the bomb as well on the radar. And that's the second frag, and now that's control of the bomb, as there is nobody else left on A slope for the NIP team. So despite having the AWP, Delpan was stuck. He was stuck in smoked off for like 40 seconds. He has offered nothing to his team so far because of those smokes. And Oh dear, they are getting cut down one by one. They're falling like dominoes right now. Only 2 remaining, a minute on the clock. Saving is not really an option at the moment. The flank is coming in as well from Kirishima. There's 2 of them left. They've got 20 HP combined. Now their backs to the wall here. As the French advance is real. It is here.
35 seconds. Kirishima coming from behind. Gets one. And he's obviously seen the bomb be dropped as well. And Delpan will go down as well. It's 14-12. And I think, going back to the fact that Delpan is a stand-in, we've seen some decent T-side smokes come out from NIP, but we've really failed to see any proper set plays.
That round could close this out 2-0. That was the round that NIP had no choice but to win. They had to win that round after such a big round previously as well, and picking up the ult for free. But it didn't happen for them. We had smokes in the right places from Envy. And just going quickly back to that round where NBK had the Mag 7, you could argue he had to peek to see if his if Happy was going to be pressured. But again, there was a time issue as well. So I don't know if there was a wrong decision there, but never mind that. The Tech 9 charge is coming onto the A site, and it is not going in favor of NIP. Their next round could be their last rounds. Forest, only one standing. 2 people dead though. So a bit of damage done, but match points for Envy. And this is it. This is all they have. And look at the money on NIP. This is the ropiest buy against match point we have seen in a long while. The Scout coming out for Delpan. 4 Tech 9s. Armor on everyone but Delpan. Again, NIP's backside to the wall. This is do or die. It is dog eat dog. And Team Envy will eat your dog.
If you say so. They're French, not Korean. No, I'm just joking.
Look at the aggression here. Kirishima, again, they're not giving them an inch, and they are taking the mile. As Kirishima pushes down a slope straight away and gets the frag onto Exist.
So smoke going out towards short. Freiburg and Forest preparing to perhaps push there. Delpan all eyes on mid. They'll probably know now that MBK's hiding in ladder room because of where that nade came from. But in fact, they have a very, very good crossfire here on short. MBK goes down, happy with a frag. Forest getting on the score sheet as well. It's Delpan. Oh, headshot from Delpan. Just saw the silencer of Kirishima. And are NIP going to hang in and live to fight another day? It's all down to Happy to keep him and the rest of his team happy. And Get Right is going to rotate round through T-spawn and take the bomb to A, because of course they know that Happy was last seen on the B bomb site.
Yeah, and they just saw him again with a little tag onto, I think that was Delpan. They've still only got 2 Tech 9s and a Scout though, haven't managed to pick up any weapons. So, Happy is not out of this just yet, but oh, he just about wins that one. His gun wasn't quite ready. So 2 versus 1 now for Happy, and he will get finished off by the Tech 9. So somehow, NIP are not out of this just yet. They've managed to eke out around, pick up an AK, and now they can get some semblance of a buy round. But this is really interesting because look at the money on Team Envy following that. They've gone for the full buy, of course. But if they lose this round, then we could see overtime.
We very well could see overtime because, guys, it is a BO3. We do need a winner for every single map. It's currently 1-0 in favor of EnVyUs, and can Ninjas in Pyjamas perhaps take us to overtime? The ball is in their court as Shocks bleeds internally. Only 12 points of health in that window room. That nade, if only it was thrown into window room, could have dealt a heck of a load of damage. We could have been bidding farewell to Shocks nice and early, but so far so good for the Ninjas, and so far so good for Team Envy, and that scout has been heard.
Okay, so 2 players down for NIP. This is not looking good. They're still in control of the bomb at least. They've left it on the approach to mid. So could be, it's not great, but it's not terrible at the moment. They've evened things up now to 3 versus 3. Shoxy with 12 HP as well. Ooh, they've spotted him, but oh, do they know who it is? They only Get Right has the nades, and he's in mid. Will take down NBK, who's trying to protect Shoxy, considering how much health he has, and he will end up being the martyr for that. They do have a position on short, so Happy could do something here. Oh, he's missed a shot. That shot could have changed the round. Shoxy does eventually fall, so now it's Happy who's picked up an M4. He's chasing, he's hot on their heels, and he will fall as well. So now we really have a game on our hands. This is overtime point as far as NIP are concerned. Look at the money on Team Envy. They are broke. They are broke. They are broken. They've managed it all by Kevlar at the very least. Again, Get Right could have a field day here because only 2 of the 5 players have helmets, and that means against them his M4 is now an AK. Let's have a look at where Get Right is. Holding a passive position in Palace. NIP can't really be sure as to the Ninjas' Team Envy's purchasability here, sorry. Again, Delpan, he's just backing off away from that scout. That is not a duel that they want to take right now. That's pretty much be closed off for the time being.
It looks like NIP might have their hearts set on going towards the B bomb side. They know that their opponents are going to be ecoing, and they know that the submachine guns, the shotguns, the pistols work at their best up close and personal. So they're going to try and keep their distance by pushing out towards the A bomb site, the larger A bomb site, of course.
Ooh, Delpan, get out of the way, get out of the way.
Opens things up with an AWP shot, and there's the CT spawn smoke, and the execution begins.
Okay, so Team Envy have a scout and pistols, and that's it. And there's only 2 versus 5. They've hardly done any damage. No scope from Delpan. Only NBK to stop this from going from overtime. You do not fancy his chances. Let's be honest. That broken scout getting the frag in, jumping off the dustbin there, and he will get his head ripped off. Went to the well one too many times and found it filled with urine. So we are going to be into overtime. This is SLTV. This is StarLadder. So this is going to be MR3 16K. And that, my friends, translates into carnage.
It most certainly does. And we can take a look at the scoreboard. Pretty much very, very even all around. And that's represented by the fact that the game did finish in a draw. However, it does seem like one of the Ninjas has gone AFK, probably to recover after playing one heck of a match.
Delpan really showing up for NIP in this particular map. You can see he is still top fragging there with 21 kills. That AWP has been so integral. And let's bear in mind how many rounds they didn't have that in their arsenal on the second half and how that affected them. When they finally got it, he was just in the wrong position, got smoked off. You know, was basically eliminated from the game for the first 40 seconds. Meanwhile, his team just got obliterated. Somehow they've managed to bring it back to 15-15. We are going into overtime, guys. So it's going to be the first team to 19 rounds to take map 2 here. Now, I just want to check if that guy who won the knife has claimed his prize. Indeed, he has. So congratulations to you, sir. Whew. Bit of a break. Following this map, for you subscribers, we will be raffling off this AK-47 Fire Serpent. This will go to one of our subs. Again, this raffle will follow this map. So if you're not subscribed and you want a chance at winning this, then make sure you do. And if you are subscribed, then get ready for sub hype. So, many stars, Get Right says. Let's have a look. Get Right doesn't have... Wow, Get Right's top of the scoreboard. Maybe not the frags. Delpan again, one ahead. He doesn't have a single scar. Get Right not getting any MVPs in 30 rounds. So RIP to Get Right. Everybody else got stars, but Get Right, that's unfortunate for him. Man, this has been a really good round, and it's really good to see kind of again versus Hellraisers. You have to assume that Delpan has had no practice with NIP whatsoever. So you have to take all of these matches pretty much with a pinch of salt. However, with 3 matches in the bag, well, 4 matches in the bag now, NIP seem to be getting a bit more into their stride. Again, things are not going to be perfect. One day of playing with a team does not make you a fully fledged team. So we have to bear that in mind. So apparently we have 90,000 viewers. So shout outs to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is such a great game. Hopefully we will be back with you for overtime. Again, if you are just joining us, this is MR3 16K. This is how we roll at StarLadder. Carnage, full buys every round. This is going to be madness. We may potentially see 4 AWPs in round 1. I think it's unlikely. I don't expect that NIP will go double AWP on the T side, but you never know. Seems that the teams are readying up, or at least Envy are, but it's NIP that we're waiting on. So the way overtime works is the side the teams are on now, the game will continue on that side. So Envy will continue on the CT side in the first half of overtime, and NIP will continue on the T side.
Go, 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 please. And it seems like just about to start. What's your prediction, James?
I mean, just look at the scoreboard. There really isn't much
can't really call anything,
between these teams. I feel like Envy have a small advantage, or some kind of advantage, at least one on their CT side. But Nip are just, they're winning the rounds when their backs against the wall, when they're on the fence, when they're at death's door, when they're on the death throes. They win the rounds they need to, be it with rifles, be it with Tech 9s. They're winning the rounds that they need to win. So I couldn't pick between these two teams right now. But I really want Nip to win because I want to see 3 maps. How about you?
Understandable. Yeah, I think all of us want to see 3 maps, especially the 3rd map being Inferno, in case we end up requiring it. Based on what we've seen so far, it really, really is too tough to call. But again, just how on Dust 2, I had that gut feeling that Envy were just about going to win. I have a funny feeling that Envy might just about squeeze this one out as well. But like you said, NIP, they always come back from the dead, like we saw them do at ESL Cologne. So who knows?
Yeah, and this area right here is going to be massively important for both teams. Again, you saw this area surprisingly exploited by Forest from NIP. You know, you consider Team Envy quite a strong team. That said, they didn't have everybody alive when this happened, so you have to bear that in mind. But Forest, he was hiding in this position right here. So that hiding there stops the vision of him from anybody playing short. And again, we had a distraction from an NIP player in Apps, which got the attention of the A bomb site players. And then Forest quickly hopped around here into this area. So he's holding down jungle for his team. That was a really cool round, but again, I think we need to pay attention to how both teams in this overtime control this connector area, how the CTs defend it, how the how the Ts attack it. It will be NIP on the T side, so they will be indeed attacking first up. And to add to that, we did mention previously, if you weren't watching earlier, I think it was, actually I can't even remember the team now, but it was a different team. Oh, it was at Katowice, we saw World Edit throw a smoke from here, which bounced off the roof of Connector into jungle, which allowed them to push the site from 3 different areas, plant 4 shorts where they can defend it from mid, can defend it from down here, and get an angle here as well. So we can see the kind of the meta on the A site evolving as we continue Counter-Strike in 2015. So I do wonder what NIP are doing at the moment. I can only assume they are potentially talking about how they want to approach the overtime here and potentially going for a toilet break. Who knows? But
apparently one of them has a bad stomach. So if we find out who it is, let's all go onto Twitter and...
No, that's not necessary. You dirty troll, you.
No, I don't want to troll. I just want to...
Troll.
Sort of.
You're a troll, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
You're a troll.
I'm sorry.
Marvellous.
You caught me out. You caught
Okay.
me out. But, yeah, obviously, we go Ninjas in Pyjamas now ready. Team
Game
Envy
time.
will be starting on the CT side, and hey, they might be able to utilise that to their advantage. Because they are going to be starting on the more favoured side.
Awesome. Let's have a look and see what both these teams have to offer in round 1 of overtime 1. Who knows how far this will go? We've seen triple overtimes recently. Maybe we'll see that again today. So 1 AWP on Team Envy, 1 AWP on NIP. Now, Delpan's had good success so far in the mid area, and he's going to be, happy who's AWPing so far. But he's playing short. This is where Simple plays when he's playing for Flipside. But normally in that setup, they have World Edit in CPL as well. So, Delpan continuing with the initial angle. Happy not getting flashed there, so a bit too aggressive. Takes down Freiberg. Trade coming in from Delpan. Does Smiths. Oh, he's got that dirty gap through the smoke, gets the information there. You can see he took his time getting that frag, wanted to get some more information before we had a reaction from the T side. So he gets the frag into mid, and it is a 4 versus 3 with a minute on the clock.
Yeah, but MBK changing things around. We're no longer seeing the Swag 7 in his hands, rather he seems to be expecting some sort of B push, knowing that Happy is one of the players who has been dropped, and of course MBK also spotted exists at the back of the halls, but NIP taking their time. MBK not telling his teammates to rotate just yet.
Shoxy could find some information if he peeks shorts at the right time here, because we've got two NIP players on a short area, but is he going to peek at the right time? No, he's got... Oh, I'm not sure if he saw Get Right there. Seems like he's rotating, so the call's coming in from his CTs on the B bomb site. That's going to be NBK trade frag coming in, so 2 versus 3 now. Smiths has an angle on Get Right, but they're going to have to push the site if they want to stop NIP from winning this round, and there is the position, and there is the abuse of the position. Ooh, is he going to turn to face Kishima just in time? Kishima picking up the AWP. And again, this is MR3 16K, so they have to go for it. Ooh. 9 seconds on the clock, and now it's a 2v1. Is he going to be able to plant the bomb here? Just about, but it's not going to matter. Again, MR3 16K. Nobody cares about the bomb plant. You have to win the rounds, and Envy somehow make it theirs.
Yeah, you could see Exist there jumping with pain. The second after the bomb went down, he knew he was a dead man. And it is going to be 16-15, the first round of overtime here, going in favour of the Frenchies. There's NIP opting to go for the one-up setup yet again. Obviously, Delpan significantly lower on cash than the rest of his teammates because of how expensive that weapon is. But let's see whether they're going to try and do something differently. Delpan this time around decided to go and peek the A-bomb site from ramp with his AWP. It's something we saw him use for himself and get working earlier on. He managed to leg Shoxy a lot of times on the A-bomb site, and here is the man who I just mentioned. Here is Happy.
It's really interesting, actually. They've changed up their CT setup as well, so now Happy's AWPing from short as opposed to Smith's AWPing.
They want to keep him guessing.
Yeah, but look at the presence here from Nip. Again, this is what we were talking about with the control of mid and smoking jungle, but Happy, again, the question is, can Nip adjust to the changes made by the CTs here? And Happy shoots Forest with an assist from Freiburg somehow, so it is 2 versus 2. The bomb is still in control of NIP, and it's in Delpan. This is why, well, this is what Delpan is, and Happy gets a nasty introduction to the Delpan position, as now it is NBK versus 2 players, Get Right and Exist. 40 seconds on the clock. They don't seem to know where NBK is. It looks like they're going to push A, but NBK doesn't know that just yet. Get Right with the flank. Who's going to win the duel? Going to be Get Right. That makes it 1-1 in overtime so far. 16-16.
Yeah, they obviously opted to go to the A-bomb site, knowing that NBK is normally a B player. But this time round, choosing the wrong bomb site. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, despite choosing the wrong bomb site, Get Right, his spray was just too good for MBK to defeat in CT spawn. And now, again, the T's changing it round. We saw Delpan first go mid, then he went towards A ramp, and now he's starting off by going in towards the upper apps area to try and get an entry. Indeed,
and we have a change on the CT side as well, as Happy is playing the mid area with Smiths playing second AWP. No, sorry, Kishima's playing a second AWP, but Smiths is playing the area short, and Kishima has the second AWP on the Palace area. So another change up, and that's going to be the frag onto Delpan. They're going to be like, Kishima's with the AWP? What the hell's going on the CT side? That's going to raise all kinds of alarm bells. And now they basically have to assume they're playing with no information as to the CT setup here, apart from Kishima holding that angle onto Palace.
Yeah, it's a big guessing game now for Ninjas in Pyjamas. As they need to try and unlock what Team Envy, or unlock this Team Envy defense rather. Look at this, only MBK on the B bomb site by himself, whilst 4 players go towards the A bomb site. However, just as James just pointed out, the bomb has been dropped in the B bomb site. It's going to be picked up, and yeah, they're going to take it towards B. So maybe we're going to see an A fake here.
Yeah, this is a gamble because they've only got 2 players, and if MBK takes one of them down, then this could be horrible. Freiburg, though, doing what he does with those entries, and could we see the rotation from NBK? Look at the minimap. NBK has left the site completely, and Exist is still there. It's 2 versus 3, but they've got a completely empty... Oh, dear. Oh, they finally realized what's up. They have been sold down the river by NIP. 2 versus 3. Forrest looking away from a potential flash. Gets the frag onto NBK, makes it 2 versus 2.
2 versus 2 indeed. Get Right and Forrest. Deadly duo up against Smiths and Shox. Let's see who can pull this one out the bag. Shox now making his way around the back, but Get Right is in the right place at the right time to get the frag. Smiths now absolutely surrounded by Swedes who want his head. And he's not going to be able to defuse this. And there is the round for the Ninjas. 17-16.
Advantage NIP. They go into the second half with a 1-round lead. Again, guys, it is MR3 16K, first team to get to 19 rounds will take this map. So NIP only need 2 of the remaining 3 rounds, and they are going into the more favoured side. Delpan will have AWPs every round unless something goes horribly wrong here for NIP, and he has been such an integral part of the team on this particular map with the AWP that he could win this for his team. That said, both teams have a full buy. Anything can happen. Double AWPs coming out straight away for Envy. They've got something up their sleeve here, and I want to know what it is.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and it's to see how this round will play out. 17-16 in favour of NIP. If you've just joined us, this is the second map of the BO3, and we're in our first overtime. NIP winning their first half of overtime as the terrorists, as the less favoured side here on Mirage. But like James said, Team Envy going for a double AWP setup, especially on the T side. Let's see how they're going to ask questions of NIP. It's going to be interesting to see.
Look at the positioning of Exist. If Happy even gets a frag, the trader's going to come and totally ruin him. And he's being eliminated from the game the same way Delpan was in that key round in normal time where he was stuck in Palace for ages with a AWP and nobody to shoot. So, 1 minute on the clock here. No engagement from either side. There is the beginnings of it. Smith's all the way up into short, throws the bomb into the ladder room. And Freiberg is going to try and peek, going to try and spray. He could have been shot back from the tracer fire, but only gets tagged for 20. And now NIP have no idea what's going on as Envy start to move into the A side. They would have heard Shox go up the ladder. Exist is holding an angle, takes down Shox. And Freiberg punishes Kishima while he's throwing nades. So this is going in favour of NIP so far. The bomb is down now. It's a 3v3 retake. Make that 3v2 as Smith takes down Freiberg.
Yeah, it's all for Team Envy to lose now. Sorry, Delpan now rotating his way round with that big green corner, that beautiful Dragon Lore. He's got another AWP waiting for him. That AWP for Smith, no scope comes in. And Team Envy on the verge of levelling things up. It's going to be difficult for Delpan. Team Envy, just play for time. You don't have to peek him. You've got plenty of money to buy up and perhaps emerge victorious at the end of everything. And they most certainly emerge victorious at the end of this round. 17 all.
One of these two teams has to win both of these rounds. Otherwise, we are going into overtime 2. There is still nothing between these teams. We said we might see 4 AWPs. We've got 3 AWPs and an auto sniper on Get Right. We've got a CT side for NIP now, changing things up, trying to stay unpredictable. Delpan, he is in mid now, but previously he's been playing ACT for his team. Now he's in mid. Whereas Get Right is playing short, holding the Delpan position with an auto sniper. That's not going to be nice if somebody tries to peek him there. Got that preemptive Molotov, just to stop anyone loitering around bottom mid, trying to boost into the window, but nobody's there for the time being. Bomb is currently top mid there. Double peek from the T's. And that's the difference between an AWP and an auto sniper. Only needs 1 shot, especially to the head. Smith taking down Get Right. Control of mid is what Envy have at the moment. And Freiberg knows the importance of Connector. Stops Shoxy from walking into it. 4v4 now. Minute on the clock.
Yeah, they've got to be careful. Happy has spotted that CT, and that CT was Freiberg. Here comes the frag. Exist, I believe, has heard someone above him as well. So what are Envy going to opt to go for here? The answer is not much, because Exist at the moment playing like a tank, protecting that A-bomb site all by himself. And the question at hand is, are they going to opt to go B? The answer is no. Exist says, come at me, bros. 4 from Exist. Happy will drop him, but he's only on 11 points of health. And Happy is probably very angry at the end of that. 18-17 and NIP back in the lead. And Team Envy, they've got to win this round to take us to a second overtime. If they lose this one, we're going to Inferno.
Indeed they do, and the CT setup changes once again. No more auto sniper for Get Right. He's got an M4 now. Still 2 AWPs on Team Envy side. They have to win this, otherwise we are going to a third map. And I don't know about you, Kynite, but I definitely want to see that. These teams have been so close for this entire match. This is absolute madness. Delpan, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but he's finally got the right angle. Got to be careful though, because Shoxy is in position to try and punish him.
Yep, Shoxy scouting out mid. MBK preparing this smoke, and let's see whether it's going to work for him this time round. He messed it up a few rounds ago. Delpan all eyes on A ramp, whilst Forest does what we saw him do in normal time, going very aggressive on short, controlling Connector, but Shox is 1 step ahead of him. There is the headshot as Team Envy fight to keep overtime on, to keep the overtime hope real. Delpan returns the frag, and What a game so far.
That is really, really important because they had lost complete control of Connector, but Delpan completely destroyed them there. NBK goes down. That stops the flank as well. That stops a two-pronged assault. The bomb, though, is still in position to go towards the B-bomb site, but Kiyashima falls. 3 versus 2 now. 2 orbs versus an AWP and 2 rifles. And Smith has been shot down to 6 HP. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Delpan's got an angle. There is somebody on bench that's going to be happy. He gets a free frag on to get right. 2 versus 2. 30 seconds on the clock. The bomb is still nowhere near being planted. It might be that Team Envy needs to find 2 frags here. Oh, Happy is such a sneaky boy, isn't he? He could get both frags here. He could bring this back. That's going to be double overtime. Happy with an absolutely insane play. That just tells you the entire personality of Team Envy there. They throw smoke down. That means nobody there because there's a smoke there. But no, Happy's there. He's going to walk through the smoke and shoot you in the face.
Yep. Like you said, that summarizes Team Envy, and here we go, overtime number 2, MR3, 16k yet again. And, well, I asked you, James, who you thought was going to win overtime, and you said there's nothing between the sides. And there you have it. We're going into a second overtime.
Happy finds himself on the 30 bomb here. 32 kills for him. Delpan still top fragging for NIP along with Freiburg now. Everybody on both teams is contributing to this absolute madness. MR3, once again, now we've got Forrest with the auto sniper. Let's see where he's going with this. 2 AWPs again on Team Envy's side. This is bananas. It seems like Forrest will be holding the short position with the auto instead of Get Right. Let's have a look at Get Right's position. He is going to be playing over to the B-bomb side. So all change here on the CT side for NIP.
Yep, and that has been the name of the game so far for both sides. They play around and then change things around accordingly to how they feel like they could potentially take advantage of what they've seen so far from their opponents. But look at this, Delpan in an ideal situation to stop the Team Envy push. And he gets a kill, falls back, changes position. There goes Happy, back to T-spawn. He is sent, and now it's 4-on-2.
Delpan is warmed up, and he is firing on all cylinders right now. He's like a one-man human Gatling gun. And he is going to give an early lead to NIP here. Now it's going to be the first team to 22 rounds to take this in overtime 2.
Overtime 3, I'm calling it.
Alright, so now Envy only have 1 AWP as opposed to 2. They've been rolling with 2 AWPs for a few rounds here on the T side, and now they're changing things up. Just so much change between every single round here for these sides. So it's going to be Smiths with a more traditional setup here. Well, I say that as he is crawling down underpass with the AWP, so not traditional at all. Got the flashes and nades, spam. Looks like they're going to go for a fast push. They've got control of Connector early. Freiburg won't see the angle there, and there are 2 T players. So look, things looking really strong for Envy to take this. Exist turns away at exactly the wrong time, and this is the power of Connector. This is why it's so important here. Envy take the site with all their players alive. Barely any tags. 2 CTs in CT spawn at the moment. So many flashes coming in. Get Right almost finds a frag. Indeed, he will. So now Connector's in control of the CTs, but they do not have the firepower to retake the site. Only 2 of them. They're still going for it though. It is MR3, 16k after all. There's still a bit of time for them to play with, but it has to be fast. Now that's running out as Delpan gets taken out as well. And 19-19, still nothing between these 2 teams. This is the deciding round of the first half.
It most certainly is the deciding round of the first half. It's meant to be a CT-sided map, so you'd expect NIP to win it, but it was 8-7, both halves in normal time. There's nothing between these 2 teams. Their T-sides on this map are just as strong as their CT sides, and again, that's emphasized by the fact that we are on a second overtime. So here we go, the stack at mid. Happy outside the B-bomb site, Kiyashima and someone else just waiting at the top of mid, whilst MBK looks like he's just going to fake the A-bomb site. Whilst the question now is, are Envy going to smoke window room, are they going to smoke short, and are they going to go short to B, or are they going to go connected to A? That's
a very quick bit of information there for Freiburg. Got a quick peek into the mid area, didn't die, saw lots of information, and we keep seeing these timing pushes into mid from Team Envy. I don't know if NIP have clocked onto it just yet, or they're just avoiding the numbers game that Envy are playing. Envy with 2 frags, and Freiburg trying to get some trades in, but Kiyashima will trade him straight back. That's going to be only Delpan in the final round. He's got 1 frag. Can he get a second one? Bomb being planted for short as well. And again, you've seen the difficulty of these angles here. He's going to have to clutch now. He's got 2 players so far. That fire is going to put him down to 32 HP. But look at this crossfire from Team EnVy. He's still got some time to play with, but he needs to find a frag, and he needs to find it fast. He does have a defuse kit, but I think we're going to see a double peek from these two Ts, and indeed, NBK will get the frag and the deciding round on the first half, giving EnVy a 1-round lead as we go into the second.
2019 in favour of Team EnVy. They won the first map on DDoS 2, so if they emerge victorious out of this second overtime here on Mirage, they will win the series 2-0 up against Ninjas in Pyjamas. And phenomenal game that we've seen so far, and you can put your money on this next overtime half being a phenomenal half as well. Only 3 rounds to play, but every round seems like it goes on for a lifetime with the amount of twists and turns that occur inside of it. And it is 16k, of course, so out come the big green guns, out come the AWPs. NIP opting for just a single AWP on Delpan, as they've done throughout this game, yet EnVy going for the double AWP setup.
Let's bear in mind, EnVy are considered top 2 teams in the world right now. You may consider them top 1, save for 2 recent losses to Faceit here. And NIP are definitely holding their weight right now. Forrest going for an early frag. Happy get tagged down to 67 HP. We can see once again Happy's back on short as he was in normal time, but not over time 1. Smiths with 2 humongous frags there in the connector area. And that really puts them in good stead to take it to 21 rounds, which means that they will be on match point if this continues. Kiyashima taking down Exist. This round is pretty much over unless Get Right and Delpan go nuclear very quickly. Get Right goes down. All down to Delpan versus 5. Not a single frag coming in for Nipsis yet. That is a clean round here for EnVy, and they are on match points.
They're most certainly on. The fact that it was such a clean round will most likely give them that mental advantage as well. They'll feel confident. NIP have no idea what just hit them, but they need to stay cool, calm and collected if they are to salvage anything out of this game. It's now NIP who are fighting for a third overtime. It's not Team EnVy like what happened in the first overtime. So here we go, the battle of Delpan and Smiths, and none of them managed to hit each other, but they are going to run straight into Get Right's crosshair, and Get Right, well, he's still fighting on.
Yeah, that's something EnVy like to do when they're at match point sometimes, is go for a big charge, try and take the opponents by surprise, not allow them to get any setups, but Get Right had other ideas, and he killed 2 of the players. It's a 4 versus 3 now, and this is really important. NIP need to abuse this advantage. You can see the rotation finally coming in towards CT. Shoxy makes it 3 versus 3. It's going to be Happy in CT, and his position is going to be really important. Exist wins the duel. NBK with the trade frag. And NIP take the round. So, final match point here for Team EnVy. Otherwise, we're going to see another overtime.
I called it. I said we're going to see a third overtime. Let's see whether Team EnVy can prove me wrong. They've stuck to their guns, quite literally, and they've stuck to their double AWP setup, and it's going to be Happy rather than the Smiths this time round. AWP in mid, but Delpan opting to go elsewhere.
So NBK is going to be having an AWP on B, and look at this aggressive positioning up mid from Shoxy. They've got the spare man. He's going to try and punish the timing from NIP. There's the first frag, the second one, there's a spray down on Forrest and Freiberg, and this has put NIP on crutches. They're limping towards the finish line right now. That is a huge advantage for the CTs. Shoxy with a third frag on to Get Right. He has completely ruined, destroyed, annihilated NIP so far. Finally goes down, but it's 2 versus 4, and there's an AWP in play. NBK has gone down on the B side. Happy to defend here. Delpan trying to no-scope. Opted for the P250. Can't get it. Can't get the frag he needs. Smoked. Happy jumps up. Misses that one as well. This is horrible. The CTs are rotating. One-man advantage. They've got the sight as well. Delpan waiting for Happy to come into his crosshair. Missed another shot. And Smith takes it down. It's all down to Exist versus 3. This is looking horrible. They've all rotated into position already. He's going to use that smoke to get a spray down onto Smith. But the trade is going to come in from Happy. And finally, EnVy will take this over the line. What a fantastic match. What a war of attrition from both of these teams. NIP